Now, on today's agenda, I can't see these things. On today's agenda, number one, talk about art market. Now, I've never sold my art before. I've never done an art market before, anything like that. This is the first time my art was ever for sale. It was very exciting for me. The first thing I did was get on Facebook, type in a little thing, art markets near me soon. And there was one 2.5 weeks about away, and I picked that one. I picked one that wasn't too like classy or like high end, because it was my first one. I just wanted a little practice round, and that was good and bad. They didn't advertise it very well, so there was like maybe 75 people that showed up total in the whole day, which is not good at all. Okay, it's really not. All that being said, I am still so glad that I did it, so glad that I went through with it. I made $35, and you might think that that's a low number, but I don't. That is not the only thing I brought away from it. Number one, I learned you can sell anything as long as you wrap it up in a nice little bow and present it in a nice way, okay? And I knew this. You know, I've taken business classes and things like that, but to see this actually play out was really quite amazing. Another thing that I learned was nothing is as big of a deal as we make it up in our heads. So, I don't have the stuff I need to make a cool booth yet. I don't have enough product yet. My art's not as good yet. You know, all the excuses that we think up and we dream up these things in our heads, and it's really not that big of a deal. You're setting up you're practically having a yard sale for your art. So, like, don't think that way. I tend to think, or people I know, we tend to think that my art's not as good as other people's, nobody would want to buy it, whatever. And that goes back to the thing I just said about how you can literally promote anything, and if you do it in a nice way, people will want to buy it. Who cares if your art is done in crayon? If you present it in a nice way, in a cool way, that makes someone think that they just have to have it, they're gonna buy it. So don't put so much stress on yourself for it to be perfect, or if nobody's gonna like your stuff or not. That's not what it's about. Another thing that I brought away from this that wasn't just money was I learned who my market was. So it was funny to watch, actually, the people that came over to my booth and looked rather than just walked by. My sister was there, and I was like, why are only old men and young people coming over to my booth? And she was like, well, if you think about it, look around, look at all the girly stuff that people were selling. Soaps, people were selling knitted things. Like, that's just not something that like guys are into. And so those are the people that would stop at my booth, which I thought was so funny. And then the young people. So I kind of learned who my market was, and it put an idea in my head, because there's a college town about an hour away from me, and I know that if I had a market there, I would sell really, really well. My advice to myself and other people would be to research more about the event. If you can't find a lot of stuff about it, a lot of, you know, advertising, or you hear people talking about it, then maybe you don't want to do it, even if it is your first one. I took a lot away from this, even though there wasn't very many people there. That's totally okay. I learned so many things. I'm so happy I did it, and if anything, it just inspired me. Even though I only made $35, I've never sold my art before, guys. This was so cool for me. Like, after the first guy bought, I was just like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. Yeah, so I definitely would do this again. And if you're thinking about doing an art market, just go do it. Do it! Don't worry about if you're ready or not, if your stuff is good enough, if your setup is right. Just go out there and take what you have, at least. Take what you have and go out there. And you'll, at the very least, you'll learn something about it, you know? And so, yeah, I would just encourage you to go do that. Go to your first art market. Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, new videos every Tuesday.